Everyone has a different answer. What is important to you on Dirty Lazy Keto? What can you not do without? We're all going to have a different experience. We all have a different answer, and it's all valid. I'd like to share with you my strategies and what, for me, has helped me lose 140 pounds and keep that weight off now for going on 8 years. I know. So this is what's working for me. These are my strategies. These are my top 10 lists. Your top 10 list might be different, and that's okay. I just want to share with you what has been working for me, and maybe you can steal some of these pearls and just think about ways you can incorporate it into your own story, okay? So here's the deal. Yesterday, everybody can see I'm not at home. I'm in Kauai, the beautiful island of Kauai in Hawaii, and I was at the grocery store. I was getting some things ready for dinner. And I started to kind of like notice, it's different. There's not the same type of groceries here. Some things are not available. And also the prices. Oh my gosh, I was like freaking out over a couple things. I wanted to make like a taco salad for dinner last night, like a chicken taco salad. So I was kind of running around the store looking for ingredients, and I wanted a cucumber. They were $1.99 each. I was all, for a cucumber? Like at home, I can get a bushel of those. I can get a ton for super cheap. So that made me start thinking about this topic. Like, what else is super expensive at a grocery store here? Like things like moon cheese and a lot of these convenience foods that, folks, when they're new on Dirty Lazy Keto, they think they have to have. Some of these products were outrageously priced or not available at all. So that, again, I thought we need to talk about this, because I bet a lot of folks, especially when they're new, they think I have to have this product or else I can't do it. I know some of you have different jobs where maybe you're driving a truck or you travel a lot and you're thinking, well, I can't do it because, I'm not at home, or I'm not in my safe community, or I don't have the same, air fryer as these other people do. But yes, you can. So let's dive deeper and get rid of all those obstacles, because I feel like you can do this no matter where you live, no matter what your budget is, no matter your lifestyle, no matter your job. I feel like you can still do this. So let me help you kind of dive deeper into what I think are the top 10 essentials to make Dirty Lazy Keto successful for you. Okay? Here we go. Let's get started. First things first. I always love to have show and tell. So I'm reaching in my magic box over here. First thing first, for me, I have a sweet tooth. So everywhere I go, I don't care if I'm on vacation or I'm at work or I'm at home, you can be dang sure that I have my sugar-free sweetener with me. Now I just grab these packets. These are sucralose, which is like Splenda. I grabbed these just from a local, Starbucks or whatever. Maybe it wasn't Starbucks, but you know what I mean. You can find sugar-free sweetener anywhere you go. You don't have to go to a specialty store. You don't have to necessarily order Lakanto or monk fruit or Swerve or, erythritol mix. I mean, there's like a million choices, right? Allulose. You do you. Find the one that works for you, but push come to shove, if you're up against the wall and you don't maybe have that quote-unquote safe product, find something else. Come on. We don't have to be too snobby. Be flexible. Big deal. So what if I have some Splenda but I prefer monk fruit, or so what if I have, the stevia or the Good Earth brand? You know what I'm saying? Be open-minded and be more flexible. You don't have to buy the super expensive stuff. You can go to Walmart. And furthermore, you can always find these for free at convenience stores and at fast food restaurants. They have the stuff laying out. So just saying. No excuses. For me, that's probably most important. If I didn't have my sugar-free stuff to rely on, I would not have been able to keep my weight off this long. There's no way, because I'm a human being. I want things sweet once in a while, and I want to have that at my disposal. Next up, I want to talk about fat. So that's number 2, if you're keeping track. I'm showing you a jar of mayonnaise, not because this is the best source of fat. I'm sure it's not, but I don't really care. I think with Dirty Lazy Keto, you have to find a fat source that works best for you and your budget and your lifestyle. For me, I eat a lot of mayonnaise, so judge if you want to, but I love it. And I can make salad dressings and dip my artichoke leaves in it, and it's always available. You know what I mean? Like wherever I go, there's always mayonnaise. Fast food restaurants always have mayonnaise. I can actually mix. If you ever are in a pinch, you can mix this, and then maybe a dab of ketchup. Delicious. It makes like a little salad dressing, and it's super duper low carb. So that's something that I do. Now, obviously your fat sources, if you can find avocados and, you know, more natural stuff, good. That's great too. Figure out which fat source works best for you, but I don't think we should all be too snobby. I think that when push comes to shove and you're against, you know, traveling, vacations, work, or money, do what works best for you. So be more flexible with your fat, and I feel like then you get rid of those excuses, right? Where you're not like, oh, I can't do it. I have to have, you know, organic pressed avocado oil from monks in the Tibetan hills. No, you don't. Get your mayonnaise. No excuses. This is dirty, lazy keto. Emphasis on the dirty and the lazy. Okay? All right. Number 3, if you're keeping track, I'm going to do top 10 list of what I feel are the most important essentials to be successful with dirty, lazy keto. So number 3 for me is protein. Again, I'm going to show you some examples today that might be surprising to you. I'm going to show you a Quest protein powder pack. So yes, this is not, you know, lean, whatever, chicken, which I think is great and I eat all the time. But in a pinch, I'm going to be more flexible and not just have, you know, farm raised yada yadas. I'm going to also have bacon. I'm going to have nuts. I might get my protein source from unsweetened almond milk. I might use protein powder. I might use seeds. Like I was on an airplane, I was munching on pumpkin seeds. So there's a lot of different ways that you can incorporate protein into your diet. My daughter loves tofu, so we slice that up and drain it and fry it quite often. My husband loves bacon, so we fry a lot of bacon and just keep that in Ziploc bags. I take that on trips or in the car. There's a lot of different ways. You can be flexible. One of my favorite tricks when I'm traveling and I need protein is lunch meat. Lunch meat is available everywhere and it's cheap. You can go into a gas station, you can go into a grocery store, and you can instantly pick up a rotisserie chicken for, like, depending on where you live, maybe between $5 and $12. You can pick up lunch meat though for, I don't know, $2 or $3. So keep that in mind. Be flexible about your protein. I make sure I have protein at every meal. I don't count it. I don't like do grams and ratios and make it all complicated. I just make sure that I have fat at every meal and that I have protein at every meal. Keep it simple. If you keep it simple, you're going to be much more likely to be successful. If you try to overcomplicate it and be like, oh, I have to make this elaborate casserole, I have to do this. No, you're setting yourself up for failure, in my opinion. Keep it simple. Number 4. This one might make you laugh, but this is something that I think a lot of people miss out on with dirty, lazy keto. They love the bacon part, right? They love the fat part, like cream and cream cheese. They love that. That's no problem. But when it comes to number 4 is filler. And filler is like maybe a better word that's more like sounds better than using the word fiber. Fiber makes people feel like their grandma is constipated. You know what I mean? Like prunes and nasty stuff. So say filler if that helps you. For me, I eat a ton of low carb, like cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower, broccoli, and I also eat a lot of greens like lettuce or I don't know, green beans, zucchini. I like bell peppers. The reason why I eat these is not because I love them. Dramatic pause. I mean, I've grown to love them, but that's not why I eat this stuff. I sometimes force myself to eat filler like I'm a farm animal because I know it will fill up my stomach and it'll stop me from eating too much of things that I love, like bacon or cream in my coffee. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not like these are magic foods on Dirty Lazy Keto that help you lose weight. It's just eating this way is almost European It helps you just eat less overall and also puts you in ketosis. So those two things are what's helping you, but you need more greens. If you look in the Dirty Lazy Keto book, all of the books, okay? Doesn't matter which one you have, okay? You have the cookbook, you have the Get Started, you have the Dirt Cheap, any of these books, you'll see in the beginning chapters, okay, I'll start with this one since most of you just got this one. In the beginning chapter, there's a Dirty Lazy Keto food pyramid. It's really pretty, it's in color. Look at that, because on the very bottom layer of the pyramid, that's funny, I got a phone call. Hopefully you're still there. Let me know if you're still there. But anyway, the Dirty Lazy Keto pyramid, at the bottom, it talks all about vegetables, low carb vegetables. You want to eat the fats, the proteins, and the low carb veggies. The reason why is those things keep you full and help you to eat less. Okay? So hopefully you're still with me. That was funny. I'm going to put it on airplane mode. Thank you. Okay, so that was about filler. So that was number 4. Number 5, when you're on Dirty Lazy Keto, I want you to think about convenience. Like, what are the ways you can make this convenient for yourself? Now, I know that's not necessarily a food, because there are no magic foods to help you lose weight. But if you come up with strategies to help this lifestyle be more convenient, I think you'll be much more likely to stick with it and to lose weight and to be able to do this forever. I mean, like I said, I've been going on, it'll be 8 years at the end of 2020. But you guys forget, it took me a year and a half to lose weight, to lose 140 pounds. So for me, I'm going on like almost 10 years, right? Because you have to count while I was in the process of losing weight, plus the 7 to 8 to 9 years that I've kept it off. I know, it's a long time. But the reason why I've been able to be successful is I make it convenient for myself. Like, for example, here is a mayonnaise packet, like it's a to-go mayonnaise packet. You can also steal those little salt packets, like from, not steal, I shouldn't say that. That doesn't sound good. You want a complimentary salt packets, like from fast food restaurants. Keep those with you too. I boil eggs quite often. These are so portable, come on. Cheese sticks, eggs, deli meat. These are things that you can take in your purse, maybe not this in your purse, but even like a can of tuna or a can of chicken. Those things can be opened up anywhere. You don't necessarily have to have a quote unquote kitchen, especially when you're traveling. That's one of my favorite tricks, to do those tuna pouches and then these little mayonnaise pouches, and you can mix up tuna fish salad anywhere you are. Simple, right? Boiled eggs, very inexpensive. You guys know I'm the dirt cheap cookbook queen, so I like ways I can eat more protein, more fat, like with hard-boiled eggs, to make this lifestyle easy. It's not that complicated. You don't need to cook all day. You don't want to spend all day in the kitchen, you know, making all this elaborate, fancy stuff. It's really not that complex. Just keep it simple. Stick to the 10 if you want to. So that is about convenience. Next up, I want to talk about dessert, because it's very important. This is different from the sweet tooth earlier. I feel like dessert needs its own little category for me. And the reason why I say that is I like desserts. I don't think that you need to order things from a keto bakery. No, I don't think you need special keto bread, you know, from specialty stores. I don't think so. The reason why I say that is A, those items are expensive. B, they're hard to find. C, they probably don't taste the same as what you're hoping for. So they can be disappointing. So think about that when you're, you know, pulling out your credit card and having a big shipment of keto desserts shipped to your house. Think about, well, what happens if I don't have that? Right? You don't want it to be a situation where not having the special keto bread is what messes you up. Because then you're like, oh, you know, I don't have my special bread. I don't have my special, you know, keto dessert. I guess I can't do it. You can see how that would happen, right? I encourage you to find desserts that are easy, portable, inexpensive, things you can make quickly. I often talk about sugar-free Jello in all the books and also in the group and on live videos. I do have a video that's free you can watch where I teach you how to make my favorite Jello smoothie. I believe it's called the Taco Bell smoothie or Taco Bell something or other. It's in this book if you have it. It's called the Taco Bell Freeze, Strawberry Taco Bell Freeze, and it's in the first Dirty Lazy Keto cookbook. But the video is online. It's a quick 2-minute video where I show you how to make it. I probably have it like 4 days a week, and it's cheap. I actually bought these at Big Lots. They were 17 cents. So of course I bought them all, sorry. But even still, you can buy Jello, very affordable, no matter where you are, all over the world. You can also buy the unflavored Jello and be creative. You don't have to have just Jello, but you get my point, right? I would recommend just start learning how to make more desserts that are simple, easy, portable, inexpensive. I get so excited talking about food. So that was number 6. Oh, number 7, how it's so appropriate. Number 7 is hydrate. Again, we're talking about strategies, foods, tips, lifestyle advice, 10 reasons why I think I've been so successful keeping off 140 pounds. One of them is hydration. I drink so much water, it's ridiculous. Probably a gallon a day, if I'm being quite honest. And I know, oh, it's hard. Yes, things in life are often hard when they're worth it. I don't think if this was easy, you'd want it so much, right? I heard a great strategy in the group today. There was a member talking about ways she could encourage herself or just keep track of how much water she was drinking. And she said she puts like a rubber band on her wrist every time she has a container of water with the goal of collecting a certain number of rubber bands by the end of the day. Simple, very clever. You have to figure out what's gonna work for you. Depends on where you're at in life, you know? We all have a different approach. You just have to figure out what's gonna work for you. What works for me are these cute little sugar-free flavor packets. They have this one, this brand here has 2 grams per 1 packet serving. You know, there's a million brands. There's liquid drops, there's Splenda, there's aspartame, whatever. I don't really trip about all that. I just buy them, I put them in all my drinks, and I drink them all day long. If I were to make it real complicated for myself, like, oh, I can only have this, I can only have that, then what if the store's out? You know what I mean? So I'm just a little bit more flexible. For me, I encourage you to find what's gonna work for you. If you don't have those cute flavor packets available or you just don't like them, they are full of chemicals. This is true. I know that. I don't care. For me, it's more important that I drink the water. And the reason why, can I just give you a little lesson on the water and why? A couple of reasons why. A, it fills you up. Then you're not eating, you know, Cheez-Its or whatever, moon cheese, because you're full of water. Right? Number 2, it helps with digestion because you're eating, remember, if you're eating a ton of fillers, for me, I eat 6 to 10 probably servings of vegetables a day. That would cause constipation. So if you drink a lot of water, no problems. Also, when you're in ketosis, that's fat burning mode, that biological process itself, as opposed to using carbs for your fuel source, just the ketosis alone requires additional water for the body to process. There you go. Plus it makes your skin look pretty. Here's a little trick. If you're traveling, I put this in plastic wrap. You know, all the restaurants have lemon. You can make your own lemonade in a restaurant. Because I know it might feel uncomfortable to be, you know, in a restaurant and you're like, putting this in your drink, people look at you all weird. The waiter's all, what's happening? Instead, just put some lemon. They always have lemon or lime. Ask the bar and add some Splenda from the table, right? Because we know restaurants always have these two things. So if you're traveling, you're at an airport, you're driving a truck, wherever you are, you're at a hotel, you can always find these things, and they're usually free. No excuses. Once you figure out these little tricks, it makes this doable, right? Where it's not so complicated. Number 8, I feel like one of the reasons why I've been so successful with Dirty Lazy Keto and losing 140 pounds is that I allow myself indulgences. Because this is not prison. We're not in prison. We want this lifestyle doable. So for me, one of my indulgences, I call this the expensive yogurt. I just love it. There's a lot of different yogurts on the market. I like this one the best. It's pricey though. I've decided I'm worth it and I don't care. It's like the one thing I spend a little bit of money on for myself, and I'm okay with that. I've decided. I used to wrestle with it. I would go to like 3 different grocery stores trying to find it on sale. I've decided I'm worth it, and I buy it no matter where I'm at. And if they don't have this brand, I cry. This is my indulgence. I mix it with vanilla, with Splenda. I top it with some macadamia nuts or some other low-carb nuts like pecans. I'll even mix in cocoa powder. You decide what's going to be your indulgence and enjoy it. You don't have to indulge in everything, but just pick one thing and go, this is for me, and then enjoy it. I think it helps so you don't feel resentful, because feeling resentful would make you want to quit. So whatever your strategy is to indulge yourself and not feel resentful, whatever that may be, whatever it may look like, do it. Moving on, I'm going to go to number 9. Number 9 for me is self-care. It's not a food, but it's definitely a strategy I learned that has helped me keep my weight off. And for me, I'm going to show you, dramatic reveal. This is my fancy yoga mat. I love this thing. It's so beautiful. I'll roll it up. For me, self-care looks like exercising. And, you know, it's not like I love yoga. I don't love running. I don't love walking or hiking. I don't love those things. I have to force myself to do them. But after I do them, I feel amazing. I feel on top of the world. I feel unstoppable. I'm proud of myself. And then I'm much more likely to make good decisions the rest of the day. That's the trick. So once you care for yourself, whether it's a pedicure or buying the special yogurt or just saying no to things like, oh no, I can't volunteer for that job, I'm unavailable. Those acts of self-care make you feel proud and confident and keep you centered. And I think that's really what this is all about. And then last but not least, number 10. Are you ready for number 10? Number 10 for me is focusing on the fun. Not on dieting, not on losing weight, but for me, I focus on the fun. This is my ukulele that I talk about all the time. It's so beautiful. I'm going to show you. And yes, I did bring my ukulele all the way to Hawaii and my yoga mat. I did. I pulled out things like high heels. I don't need that. Because I'm here to have fun and focus on the fun. Here is my gorgeous ukulele. And I love it. Having the ukulele makes me remember to spend time for myself, to take a break, to have downtime, not to look for carbs for energy, not to always be looking for coffee, to take care of myself and just appreciate the world around me. Because let's face it, folks, the world is not just about eating. There's a beautiful world out there. Let me show you. Look at that. I mean, are you kidding me? Here I am in the most beautiful place in the world, and if I was like I was before, close to 300 pounds, I would have been afraid to have a swimming suit on. I would have been afraid to get in and out of the pool. I wouldn't have gone on a boat trip because I would have been afraid I couldn't pull myself up on the ladder. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't have gone on hikes. I wouldn't have seen mountaintops. I wouldn't be outside playing with my kids like I was yesterday, playing Frisbee on the beach. I wouldn't have gone on like a 2-mile walk after dinner just because, to see the sunset. This, focusing on the fun and focusing on the world around you, is what life is all about. And I think that when you do all of these little things combined, the dirty, lazy keto lifestyle, that's what it is. It's about enjoying life, enjoying who you are, feeling good in your body at all steps of your journey, not just at the end, but starting right now, starting today. Self-care, feeling good about yourself, putting your needs first. That's what this is all about. So I hope that you'll take my 10 strategies and think about what your 10 strategies are. You can steal some of mine, but write them down and think to yourself, what's it gonna take for me to really do this? And make your own list. And I hope that you'll share it in the comments as well, because you might inspire someone else. That's it. Dirty Lazy Keto works, but only when you do the work. It's true. Let's wrap up today. Well, thanks for joining me today from the beautiful island of Kauai. That was a lot of fun. Have a good week. I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work. Keep it up. You're worth it. I'm proud of you. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Love you guys, and aloha. I just wanted to say thank you for listening. I appreciate your support. This is a community, Dirty Lazy Keto. We have to help each other. We're in this together, my friends. It's not easy, is it? We gotta support one another. So if you found today's video to be helpful, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and then subscribe to the Dirty Lazy Keto YouTube channel. Turn on your notifications so you'll never miss an update. You can also find me on Instagram at Dirty Lazy Keto. And for more information about any of my support groups or any of my books, you can always go to dirtylazyketo.com for more information. I'm here to support you. I'm here to help. I know you can do it.